the exact number. You know what I'm saying? And times that I've asked women what their body count is, it always seems to fluctuate because it starts off as one number and it's always like,
because there are people that you honestly don't remember. It's not a lie.
Hey, you gonna have your time to talk. Now, once the body count number starts, it starts off as a certain number, then it start to fluctuate, and then it becomes, oh yeah, that time that, you know, because I find out some shit like, you was in a sex club, but you was in a sex club with who? Oh, I was in a sex club with Tyrone. I don't see a Tyrone on that list. Oh, I forgot about him.
Yeah.
That don't make it right.
But wait, how do you wait? It's not, if you don't remember, you just don't remember. You have that drunken night that you went home from the club. This you probably don't. And for me, because I'm so transparent, honestly, there are people that if I'm doing my body count, and I'm doing my list, and I'm like, you have got to be fucking kidding me. I forgot I forgot all about him. And it's hard to even write it down because it was so insignificant. And it's like, I got to add this motherfucker to my list.
Mm-hmm. But why is it so insignificant?
Because it's like,
because you shouldn't have did
it. It just is.
Because you shouldn't have did it and you got it. You know what I'm saying? That's why you're trying to block that shit out. Is because you like, you know what? A motherfucker got me for the panties. It wasn't supposed to have it. And now he on the list and now I got to divulge this shit to my man. And that's the other thing too, is like when you are talking about body counts, women, if you want to have that conversation with your man and you feel that y'all finna go to that next level, because everybody don't deserve the body count number. I'm quite sure you know women be in situations where that's not even, but I'm just saying on a serious tip, the reason a lot of times why those counts are revealed is because men don't like to be in the same vicinity or room with someone who done fuck you, that if I know, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But I don't need to get in the room with someone that you had sex with. And women don't realize this, that men go out of their way a lot of times to let them know, let you know that they fucked your girl. We could not even be having we could be talking about the NBA. And some kind of way, he's gonna find a way to tell me that he had sex with my girl. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, you saw LeBron go for that? He was like, yeah, man, me and Cola used to like watch the NBA back in the day, man. She used to wear these shorts, had Laker Nation on. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, yeah. And now I gotta go over to you and be like, okay, Devin definitely wasn't on this list, so I'm trying to figure out why is this nigga talking about Laker shorts that you wore? You know what I'm saying? Because he ain't on your list, and now I gotta hear you after the fact, and now you telling me about an extra body.
Exactly. I get it. Listen, I haven't had very many conversations about my past relationships. It was my future husband that asked me about my body count. I don't think any other guy has asked that. So I think it's a...
Why?
Why?
Every man can't handle that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to tell you one thing about women, too. If you ask women, besides body count, if you just ask them about an experience, y'all have no mercy, like no pullback whatsoever. You know, y'all be describing shit like it's in a book or some shit like that. Like he had the biggest dick and I was squirming, I was holding on to it. Like you're telling your man that story of I couldn't even take that shit. But you also have to remember at the same point in time, it's like if the man is listening to that shit, it's like you kind of evaluating your man at the same time that you evaluating the guy that you're talking about. Because if you saying his dick was ginormous, he's looking at himself like, you know, because y'all say some shit like, thank God I'm with you. Like, well, what the fuck does that mean? Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm significantly smaller, so that works for you. Like, you're doing a telltale sign on both sides. So I've been in situations where that shit doesn't bother me, but I've heard women say, well, the reason I don't have those conversations with men I've been with is because
they don't think they can take it.
Yeah, they'll say like they get mad. It'll be a good night, and then it'll end in a fight because they brought up someone in their past, and
It's one of those things for me that I find kind of unnecessary. I'm going to play devil's advocate here. I mean, I think you should be able to talk about everything. But some stuff is just unnecessary. It's like, especially the guy that snuck over while you skipped school and you fucked him in the backseat of the car one time, never saw him again. Those are things that are very hard for a person who is conservative like myself to say. I don't even have one night stands. So for me, I've been in a relationship for 7-8 years. This person thinks I'm mad conservative, never had a one night stand, but yet there's a guy that I left off my list named Tyrone that I slept with in the backseat of the Chevy. Like, you know, you would have to say, okay, I just want to tell you a story from when I was 16, 17 years old or not. Why do I want to expose a decision that I made at 16, 17? It has nothing to do with my mind in my 40s. Nothing.
I don't really. Weezy say, women who hide things about their past seems to be so suspect.
Yeah, and that's what I was about to say. Like, the reason it's not really about how you was or how your mind frame was. It's like, I had a homeboy that was like, with his baby mama, he never had a threesome. Like, they never did all those type of things. Mm-hmm. And then come current, with her new boyfriend, she was going to sex clubs and this and that. And even though they wasn't together, he was like, I feel gypped, Dad. You know what I'm saying? She ain't do none of that shit with me.
She wasn't involved.
Yeah, but she evolved past him because he wanted her evolved at the younger stage. So that's why I'm saying. So that's why I'm saying, like, sometimes the thing don't matter. But you also want to know, like, what is your woman really capable of? You understand what I'm saying?
But you can't say what she's capable of when she was 16 is the same as what she's capable of in her 30s and 40s.
But he want to know if you capable of, like, I just say this, and I'm not saying it's right. What I'm saying is, some people a lot of times, like, keep in mind, we human beings, so we compete. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So especially when you're talking about a man. Men are competitive. Yeah. So at the end of the day, it's like, if you had a threesome with him, you need to have a threesome with me. You fuck that motherfucker in the car, you need to fuck me in the car. You know what I'm saying? Damn your knees. You know what I'm saying? You did it back then, you need to do it with me. And I'm not saying
petty.
Motherfuckers
so petty.
So we gonna act like
you fuck that nigga in the car. You never gave me no head in the car. You never gave me no pussy in the car. Really?
So we gonna act like motherfuckers ain't petty. And we gonna act like we gonna act like motherfuckers ain't petty because, like, I had women that them basically then got on me behind that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? That same scenario, like, well, I ain't never sucked your dick while you was driving just because I'm telling a story about my ex giving me head and me enjoying it while I was driving.
Well,
and then, but you just said that's petty. So, see what I'm saying? So it's not petty. It's petty when the man say some shit.
It's petty on the woman's side too. But you know what? It's a good petty. If we riding down the highway and you're like, you know, I remember this one girl named Lisa, you know what I'm saying? The best head I ever got was going down I-4. You know, if I'm sitting next to my man, he told me that, I'm about to take that shit out. I'm finna make you forget all about Lisa right now.
But how you know your head is what Lisa head was like? You might suck that dick, but that don't mean you got that fellatio volcano top like Lisa. That's what I'm saying. And now we both wasting our time, and you about to kill us on the highway. That's all I'm saying. Like, saying you trying to be competitive and petty, you about to fucking make us crash. You know what I'm saying? Is it worth it? So that's what I'm saying. Like, people can be petty. So I'm not saying it's right, but a lot of times when you talking about men and women, I think we're both competitive to that point. So when you start having those pillow talks and things of those nature, it can get a little murky.